Hey, what's up guys, and welcome to another unit showcase. Now, today we have a bit of a different unit showcase. This faction I have up is the Joke faction. Every unit within this faction has been deemed unable to participate in the 1v1 league. And you will see why as we go through them. Starting with the cheapest one is the Ballista minigun. There is really no explanation needed, so I just put him up against a whole bunch of giants, and I hope that this goes how I want it to. As you can see, he's got to reload. Now he's screwed. If he didn't need to reload, this would have gone better, so let's remove these samurai giants because they can deflect. And anyway, it's still 125,000 versus 700, which just kind of goes to show that the unit creator pricings are a little BS. Let's look at all of that carnage he just caused as a 710 price unit. He is again dead because he's plagued with the need to reload, but anyway, we'll move on to our next unit. Our next unit is the Speedster, who I have tried to make as fast as possible. So anyway, I messed up, did some things with the screen, so this is the Speedster. Kind of a unit to test what happens when you make the speed of a unit way too fast. Now, I suggest you don't blink, or you're going to miss this. As soon as he comes back down. Yep. There. Oh, like, Jesus. I think he's 10,000 times faster than a normal unit is supposed to be. So, obviously, he can never actually fight in a true battle. But next up comes the Ultimate Swordmaster. Quite honestly, a unit that I'm so proud of making because I think he looks really cool and intimidating. But the reason he can't participate is because of his abilities. Not the sword implosion, not the Void Monarch swords, but he's pretty tanky, and if these manage to get him down to half health, well, he becomes a sword vomiting tornado. That's just not very fair to fight against, as he is actually pretty tanky as well. So like, let's see if we can get him to that point of making him into the tornado. Artemis, if you would care to do so. Yep. There it is. There's all the swords. I don't know if we got a good enough look, so we can take another one. Alright. Well, it's time for Tornado. He's going in. And just look at that. That is in slow motion too. Look at all of the swords that he's throwing out. It's unparalleled. And it's the reason why he is the Sword Master. Even if his enrage runs out, he's still a tornado. It's still going to be really hard to hit him. Then he gets enraged again and starts machine gunning swords out. So as you can see, there is actually like more swords than arrows on the floor. Now sticking, naturally we might not want to, because next one is going to be Susie Phase 3, who is a joke unit, simply because she costs too much to handle. She isn't super strong by any means, or super broken, but it's just I can never use her because she costs 35,000. To put that into perspective, Siren Head, the most expensive unit in the 1v1 league, is 20,000, and the average is about 2,300. So I really don't want a unit that costs 35,000, because that means I would have, if I went to do a big tournament, I would have to grab over 300 units, and as you can see, she murders frame rates. I have to stop it. Yeah, we can kind of keep going with this. So the next one is True Skeletoness, and Skeletoness is already the #1 unit on the PRs, so I decided, why not upgrade him? He's got a rocket launcher, so he's got all the rockets, and he can clone himself, which is, you know, just fun. Next up is C's second form. C is a pretty strong unit in general. Here she just becomes kind of a beast in the melee sense. Just tearing through these executioners, which is really unfortunate that I chose them to be the unit that we're testing things out against. Next up is just what I'm going to call Fire Queen Damie. She is still plagued by the horrendous fireball, the horrendous throw AI, but she's just got a lot of fire. If you know anything about fire, it is the top of DPS, and I think she has 66,666 health because she's a demon. So then we go on to True Danielle, who is quite the beast of melee, if she manages to hit something. And she's got the Shuriken Tempest and the Omae Omo Shinderu. And she's also, I think, got like a couple 100,000 health. She costs a modest 500,000. Again, to put that into perspective, 20,000 is the highest cost of my batch. It's the highest cost of any unit in the 1v1 league so far. Then moving on from that, we get to WD Gaster, who is a unit with the Dark Peasant hands. Now, costs just a modest 4 million, 4.3 million. Even everything else in the joke faction doesn't matter. Then finally, the biggest, the baddest unit I think that has ever been made is the Absolute Giant. Now then, Attack on Titan, Godzilla, every other giant unit in this game can eat their heart out. And I just want to point out, I do not have the make units huge bug on, or the make units tiny bug on. But the Absolute Giant was made to test what happens when you make a unit the actual biggest it could get to, which is 100 times the size, which, since it's 3D, is actually closer to 1,000,000 times the size. As you can see, this is a completely normal tabs unit. This is a normal tabs unit perspective of what they're fighting. And if we want to go to another extreme, the Ice Giant's perspective of what we're fighting. Doesn't have clothes because I didn't feel like giving him clothes. And yeah, he can never fight anything, not only because he costs 3 billion, which actually, if we go over here, causes an integer overflow, which is because the max number of pricing should be 2.147 billion, based on the Java max integer. No, it's because I do some coding. I've taken coding classes. And it's like the maximum integer is like 2 to the 128th power minus 1, I believe. So since the absolute giant here costs 3.4 billion, it actually costs negative 800 million. That being said, I think I'm actually going to go put some clothes on this guy and make him look intimidating. We'll be right back. We are back for the new and improved look of the absolute giant. I gave him some clothes, so... Oh! Oh my god! Oh, jeez! Jesus Christ! Oh my god, he just kicked the ice giant. He's not okay. He is not okay. Oh my god, those birds are the size of countries. I can't get a good look at him. Okay, we can get a good look at him now that I have actually paused time. So first up, let's go up here. And yeah, this is his view of the battle. He's actually kind of the size of the map. So as we're running out of time here, I'm just gonna pause on this frame for a second, and I'd like to thank you all for watching this unit showcase, and I'll see you all next time.